Hello guys, my name is Craig and welcome to Peri Solutions. So today we're going to talk about the laws of indices, and if you're new to my channel, please make sure you tune in for more videos by subscribing and make sure you don't forget to hit the notification bell. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to just mention the laws of indices. So the first law is that for the same base, let's say we've got a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So for the same base, if it's multiplication, we simply add the powers. So this would be the same as saying a to the power of m plus n. For example, let me write it here. For example, we can have 7 to the power of 2 times 7 to the power of 3. This would be equal to 7 to the power of 2 plus 3, which is 7 to the power of 5. Right. Then the second one is that for the same base, if we are dividing, we simply subtract the powers. So if we've got a to the power of m divided by a to the power of n, we simply have a to the power of m minus n. For example, if we say 5 to the power of 3 divided by 5 to the power of 1, this is just the same as 5 to the power of 3 minus 1, which is 5 to the power of 2. Then the third one is that if we've got a to the power of m raised to the power of n. Right. So now the powers will be directly multiplying each other. This will be just the same as a to the power of mn. Or in other words, a to the power of m times n. Right. And then as well, right, they're just general forms that you have to know when we talk about indices. For example, if we say a to the power of minus n, this implies that 1 over a to the power of n. And then of course, as well, if we've got a to the power of 1 over n, this implies that we're finding the nth root of a. And if we've got a to the power of m over n, this implies that we are finding the nth root of a, then we are raising it to the power of n. So now I would like to attempt these 12 questions, just applying these laws of indices. So for the first one, we've got 5y to the power of 3 times 2y squared. Right. So firstly, we say 5 times 2, we get a 10. And then now for y, right, we know we've got y to the power of 3 times y squared. The base is the same and this is multiplication, so we say we add the powers. So y to the power of 3 plus 2, which is 10y to the power of 5. Then now for the second one, y to the power of 4 raised to the power of half, we say the powers, they just multiply each other directly. Say that 4 times a half, we get a 2. So we have y squared. And now for the third one, x to the power of minus 2 divided by x to the power of minus 2. We say if it's division and you have the same base, we simply subtract the powers. So we're saying x to the power of minus 2 minus 2. And minus will give us a plus, such that minus 2 plus 2 will give us a 0. And x to the power of 0 is simply equal to 1. And now for the second one, z to the power of 50 times z to the power of 50. Same base multiplication, we add the powers. So z to the power of 50 plus 50, which is z to the power of 100. Right. Z to the power of 100, like that. And then now, for number 5, right, 4y to the power of 5 squared. First of all, we are saying 4 squared, we get a 16. And then y to the power of 5 squared, right. This is law number 3, whereby we said the powers, they just multiply each other directly. So 5 times 2, we get y to the power of 10. Then number 6, we've got 7w to the power of minus 2 times 3w to the power of minus 1. So first of all, 7 times 3 will give us a 21. Then w. Multiplication, same base, we add the powers. So minus 2 plus minus 1 is the same as minus 2 minus 1. which is 21w to the power of minus 3. And then number 7, we're saying x squared to the power of half divided by x to the power of 1, x to the power of 1 over 3 raised to the power of 3. So applying law number 3, each of these terms, the powers are going to multiply each other directly. This and this cancel, that and that cancel. Such that we've got x to the power of 1 divided by x to the power of 1. And then we say if it's division, applying law number 2, division, same base, we just subtract the powers. So 1 minus 1 will give us a 0. And x to the power of 0, we know this gives us a 1. Then number 8, we've got 2 to the power of minus 2 times 2 to the power of 5. Same base being 2, and this being multiplication, we simply add the powers. So this will give us 2 to the power of minus 2 plus 5, which is 2 to the power of 3. And then now number 4, so in number 9, we're saying 4 to the power of minus 3 over 2. So if we come here, we say if it's a to the power of m over n. We're saying the nth root of a raised to the power of m. So we're saying, but now first of all, we have to be careful. Why? Because there's a negative. And then if we come here, a to the power of minus n would be 1 over a to the power of n. So this is the same as 1 over 4 to the power of 3 over 2. And now we can further on go to simplify this, right? Which is 1 over square root of 4, right? And this is raised to the power of 3. Square root of 4 being 2, raised to the power of 3, we get an 8. So our answer will be 1 over 8. And then moving on to number 10. With number 10, we're saying 2x squared y raised to the power of 3. So first of all, we're saying 2 to the power of 3, we get an 8. Then x squared to the power of 3. The powers, they just multiply each other directly. 2 times 3, we get a 6. So that's x to the power of 6. And then y to the power of 3, that's just y to the power of 3. So that's the final answer that we get. And then for number 11, we want to evaluate the value that we get, right? After we solve for y squared raised to the power of 1 over 6, divided by 9x raised to the power of 1 over 2, when x is 16 and y is 8. So here, first of all, we know that the powers shall multiply each other directly, such that this simplifies to y to the power of 1 over 3, then divided by 9 squared, 9 to the power of half, that's root of 9, which gives us a 3, and then x to the power of half. Now we can substitute. We're told that y is 8, so we're saying the cube root of 8 divided by 3 times the square root of x, x being 16. Like that. So cube root of 8, that's 2, divided by square root of 16, that's 4. 4 times 3, we get 4. So 2 divided by 12, we get 1 over 6. It's the final answer. And then now for number 20. For number 12, we'd like to solve for x. We've got 5 to the power of 2x being equal to 25. So now this is very simple. What we're going to do is that we're going to convert 25 into its powers, and we rewrite this as 5 to the power of 5 to the power of 2x being equal to 5 squared. Because we know 5 times 5 will give us a 25. Then our same base, we can equate the powers, such that 2x is equal to 2, and then dividing both sides by 2, x would be equal to 1. So this was looking at how we solve these questions of the sort using the laws of indices. Please feel free to leave a comment, drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.